Hello, non-profit founders. Wherever you're joining me from, I want you to drop a comment below telling me where you're joining me from. Today, we're going to be talking about the three false beliefs that are limiting your fundraising potential. So many founders are stuck. They don't know how to raise money for their organization. They are confused as to how to build financial sustainability for their organization. And because of that, you find founders chasing the next fundraising tactic, the next fundraising trend, or you find founders depending on consultants, right? Thereby creating a system of dependency where founders no longer believe in themselves or their ability to create the results that they seek for their organization. Today, I'm going to be walking you through the three core beliefs that are holding you back, that are limiting your potential. And then I'm going to show you the roadmap for you to build the financial sustainability of your nonprofit organization. I'll show you how to build systems that will ensure the financial sustainability of your nonprofit organization. From today, you're no longer going to be stuck with your fundraising. You're going to know exactly what to do to build that fundraising capacity that you need to be able to become the leader that's capable of creating results for your organization. So the very first limiting belief is that I need, you know, a working fundraising strategy. I just need to find that strategy that works for our organization, or I just need to find that consultant that's going to help us raise money. This is false. Why? Because every fundraising strategy works. But it's not going to work with you just trying to chase the next fundraising strategy. It's not going to work with you just trying to, raise money or chase virality. You're trying to do it all by yourself. What's going to work for you is having the system that creates the results that you seek, the system that can successfully execute that fundraising strategy consistently to create the results that you seek. So it's not about finding the next fundraising strategy. It is about building a system that can execute that strategy consistently. Say, for example, you're talking about online donations, right? It's about building a system that can help you execute online donation consistently to the point where you can start bringing in funding and donations from your online, donate your online outreach. Or it's a corporate funding. It's about building a system that ensures consistent corporate funding, putting together a team that executes, having the resources that needs to go out, which is the materials, your proposals, your case for support, having all that, and having a team that keeps on reaching out, putting out words to bring in the funding that you seek. That's what's going to work for your organization. It's not just about you being all out there trying to find the next corporate sponsor. You're going to wear out, you're going to burn out in time. And also the idea of finding the next consultant. The truth is, the idea of finding the next consultant is always going to keep you in a space of dependency. Consultants are good, they are going to help you create results here and there. But what you need is the internal capacity to be able to raise money. So the best consultants are not going to come in to come help you execute the next fundraising strategy. They are going to come in to help you build the internal capacity for your organization to raise money. They're going to help you build your fundraising team. They're going to help you build the fundraising materials. They're going to help you execute and create a system so that you can consistently execute to start bringing in resources. But just finding a consultant that's going to help you go out there to go find some quick win, that's going to put you in a point of dependency. That's not going to be best for your organization. The second false belief we've seen is I'm not connected enough to attract big donors. This is completely understandable. Most founders are not really that connected to wealthy, the billionaires, the millionaires, for them to start getting that free donations. It's understandable. But the truth is this: you don't need to be connected to millionaires, to billionaires, to wealthy people for you to get the donation that you need to be able to successfully run your organization. What you need is to connect to the right kind of donors, people who get the best kind of benefit from the value your organization provides. So, what we do is you have to ask, who are the people who benefit the most from the impact that we create? You need to be able to map out these people. And of course, it may sound like, well, the people who benefit the most are the people we impact. But the truth is, the people you impact, when you impact those people, who are the people that benefit based on the impact that your program has in the lives of those people. So, for example, an organization that impacts children, the people who are most likely going to benefit are the parents, the guardians. Um, for organizations that will help homeless people. The people who are mostly gonna benefit are the real estate agents that are gonna be having their house filled up once these people leave the street. The people, the home stores that sell home, decorations and all that. These are the people that are most likely going to benefit when people begin to leave the street. So you must learn how to map out who benefits from your programs. These are the best people who have a reason to give to your organization, and not just you reaching out to just anybody. Right. So it's very important that you understand that it's not about connecting to rich donors, it's not about connecting to wealthy people. It's all about connecting to the right people who have the right motivation to give to your organization. And your job is to itemize these people and go out there to find them in their numbers so that you can start reaching out to them to raise money. The third limiting belief is my organization is too small to compete for serious funding. Again, it's understandable because we all like to think that the people who get the best fundings are the big organizations. Well, while that's true, but small organizations are not left out. The only reason you're not getting access to those funding is because you're not well positioned. So your job is to be able to build that system that positions your organization to be able to get the funding you need to raise money. How do you position your organization? First, reorganizing your board, making sure your board is active because your board is the foundation of your entire organization and it's their responsibility to ensure you're properly funded. Next, identifying the ideal donors, like I mentioned earlier. Once you're able to identify who these people are, draw up a fundraising strategy, a resource development plan that lists out the step-by-step process for you to raise money from these people. And then, of course, go out there to go build the team that you need to raise money. You may be a small organization, may not be able to afford a team up for now, but you can be able to access volunteers to join your fundraising team to execute with you. Develop your materials, your case for support, your fundraising pitch, your fundraising appeals, your marketing materials and all that that's needed to execute your fundraising strategy. And of course, you go out there to raise money using the relationship building fundraising strategy. Now, all these I just mentioned are things you can execute whether you're small. And the funny thing is, these are the same process the big organizations they execute. And that's why they are being funded sustainably. So it's not an idea of whether you're small, you're medium sized, or you're just starting out. It's about you having the right system that can be able to help you cultivate the right donors consistently to the point where you're bringing in, steady cash flow for your organization. So, from my experience, these are some of the limiting factors that we've seen holding back non-profit founders from building sustainable fundraising systems for their organization. If you begin to look past these limiting factors and stop chasing donations, stop chasing the next non-profit consultant, but start building these systems yourself within your own organization. Start building this internal system that ensure the financial sustainability of your organization. You're going to get your organization to the point where financially you're good. All you have to focus on is keep doing the good work you've been called to. It is not about whether you're small. It is not about finding the next fundraising strategy. It is not about creating a system of dependency by finding the next fundraising consultant. It is not about whether you're not connected enough to attract big donors. It's your ability to build a system that connects your organizations to the right donors, and for you to be able to do so consistently by working with a fundraising team. So if you enjoy this and you want to learn more about this process and how to get your organization to the point of financial sustainability by building the right fundraising system, simply go on our website. You did find the resource that's going to help you. Get it. You find the instructional materials, the templates, start taking action, and you get your organization to the point where you want to get your organization to sooner than later. I'm gonna be here again live next Thursday. Join me as we keep unveiling the truth, as we keep unveiling the fundraising strategies that can transform your organization and your mission. So until I see you next week, it's bye for today.